Okay, I'm here doing an SSM or SSE draft. And in this pack, not a whole lot. I like the cohort. It's quite often if you can go close to mono. This set, I don't know, for people that haven't drafted it before, there's a lot of hybrid mana cost cards which let you run either monocolor. You can actually run anywhere from monocolor to 3 or 4 colors, depending on what kind of deck you draft. But for the first pick, I think I'll go ahead. The strongest card's the cohort. The Gloom Widow. What is this? Gloom Widow. Not too bad. 3/3 for 3 mana, but only being able to draw block flyers is actually pretty restrictive. I've seen dire undercurrents work pretty well, but I would never take it first pick. Let's see. In this pack, Hollowborn Barghest, 7/6, not really that great. 7 mana. There's a lot to spend. Whoa. Alright. But I think for this deck, we either want to go with a Tatterkite or Mercy Killing. Mercy Killing's really not great. I think they just put it in there to give green access to some removal, but killing one of their creatures and giving a bunch of 1/1s doesn't really help the board too much, so I'm going to go ahead with the Tatterkite. This is actually quite relevant. The counters can't be placed on it because there's a lot of Wither in this set, and so if you're playing against black, it can usually block fairly free. Okay, for this pick, we have Tattermunch Duo. Not too bad. We're not right now. I'd like to stay in white, and really this wants you to be red and green. Everlasting Torment. I don't even know what this does. Players can't gain life. Blah blah. Nah, it's not worth it. So really we have, I think this pick comes down to the Resplendent Mentor, which I actually like this card a lot. If you're in mono white, it can routinely gain you 4 or 5 damage or 4 or 5 life a turn. Especially if you can get Sen's Enlistment in the last pack. It's one you can start making 1/1s every turn. I could also take Barrington Crag Treads. I've actually never read these names fully. And there is a Devoted Druid, which is a really great green card, but for now I'm going to take the Mentor. Okay, here we have a few different options. The Kithkin Shield there is alright, sort of defensive, obviously. We also have a Gravegill Axe Shark, which 3/3 persist isn't great. If you can drop it with a few cards in your hand, it basically is 1 mana, draw a card every turn, so which is pretty good. Now this pick comes down to the Snare or the Sentry. The Snare almost always has a target because even though if they're not playing red or black, with their hybrid creatures, usually you have a pretty good target for it. And even if you don't, you can block, your 3/3 with their 3/3 and prevent the damage, and it still destroys it. But I think I like the Sentry better. I like having the 2-drop. If I can go Sentry into Cohort, that's a pretty good start. And these snares usually go around pretty late. Let's see, for this pick, not a lot. I don't know if I really want 2 folios. They're a good card, but it's something that I don't. Sometimes it can be pretty bad if you draw, turn 10 or 11 and you've already emptied your hand. Getting 2 cards of the same color can be a bit restrictive. We could go with the Initiative, but gaining life isn't the greatest. We do have Sickle Ripper. There's a lot of good white and black in pack 3. Or we could take the Mudcrawler Raiders, but I don't want to go into the double cost. I'm going to go with the Sickle Ripper in case we move into black, pack 3. This pack doesn't offer a whole lot. Really, I guess the Gravegill Duo, although, well, given it Fear, if you cast a black spell, isn't that bad. Let's see, this one. Vigilance, if you have a white. 6, well, this actually might not be that bad. I doubt I'll be playing the Gravel Gill duo, even if I'm black. So I'll go ahead and take the Scarecrow. Let's see, we have the Medicine Runner, which isn't too bad. Lets you remove a counter. So if I can pick up any persist creatures, you know, you get them back. Hopefully, next pack I can pick up Kitchen Finks, although that'd be asking for a lot. I could go with the Gloom Widow's Feast, but I don't know if I'm going to be moving into green, and it's obviously decent removal if your opponent has a lot of flyers, but doesn't do a whole lot otherwise. Or I could take the Harpoonist, but 2/2 flyer for 4 with a semi-decent ability, but I'm going to take the Medicine Runner. Well, the Gloom Widow came back. Yeah, I don't need another Scarecrow, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the Gloom Widow. And another Scarecrow. I mean, I'm not running 2. The Gravel Gill duo might be the best chance if I do move into black. I mean, if I need playables, I could potentially run it. The Parapet Watchers I'm not going to, so I'll go ahead, well, or I could take the Wisp. No, I'm going to go ahead and take the duo. Persist, black, no. Nothing really here that I care about. I'll go ahead and take the Wisps. They're always good. I mean, they cycle. Well, I'll take the Shield there. May not run it, but foil land. Both initiates came back. I'll take the white one. I actually, last draft I did, I was mono white and I ran it. It's not that bad of a card. I mean, it does give you some life and can get in a few damage early if you drop it, but wow. I'm looking at the odds to win the Super Bowl, and they got Seattle at 100-1. You almost never hear of a team 100-1 before the season starts, let alone one that's actually made the playoffs. All right, Firelit Thicket. That might be worth money. I almost hope it isn't because I kind of want to take the red cap, but I'm going to go check it real quick. Selling for 6. Yeah, I think that's enough though. I'm going to take it. It's too bad. I'd like the red cap. I mean, that'd make me be black-white, but also the Mist Meadow Witch is actually really good. I mean, it's a little bit mana intensive, but once you have the mana for it, it really can control the game quite well. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Thicket because might as well take money when you got it. So here the pick comes down to, we got a Puncture Bolt, which is good removal. Last Breath, which is removal but not the greatest. Gloom Lance, destroy target creature, just decent removal. Kind of expensive, 5 mana, but it's, I mean, it can target anything, which is kind of rare in removal. Or we could take the Armored Ascension, which, if you're mono white, I mean, you drop that turn 6 or 7 and it pretty much wins the game at that moment. And I mean, it's close. I think it's close between the two, but right now I'm not sold on if I'm black or not, and this can just win the game so quickly that I think I'm gonna go ahead and take it. All right, here. Wow, this is a tough pick. These are 2 cards I love. I love the Elite. It's a great 2-drop. Let me see. Let me hide. I'm definitely not running this. Let's see. Right now I've got, that's really the only 2-drop I'm absolutely going to play. I probably will play the Medicine Runner and probably not the Shield there. And then Aether Toe. It's such good tempo if you can go ahead and, if you can conspire and get both 2 of their attackers or blockers on top of their library, it really sets them back. Wow, it's tough. These tend to go late, and an Elite, you know, a persist creature that I can take the counter off of the Medicine Runner. Obviously, I mean, that's not that important, but I think that's probably the better pick. Just because, wow, this is tough. Yeah, I'm going to take the elite, but that pick might have, I probably should have taken the Aether Toe. All right, here, there's Power of Fire. I do have one on Tapper, the Sentry, although 3 mana is kind of expensive. Or I could take the Thistledown Duo, which, it's the important part is the +1/+1 is triggered on white spells, not which is what our deck basically is going to be. But I think the Power Fire is strong enough that, I mean, I don't mind abandoning black or even the green. If I get rid of these, plus pack 3, you can get a lot of red-white. So, and here comes a Gloomlance. There's also a Turn to Mist, which I know a lot of people, I remember back when the set was being drafted regularly, a lot of people really were high on this card. And certainly it can take away an Ascension, it can save your creature from removal, you can remove a blocker if you want to get back through some damage. Of course, when damage stacked, it was a lot better. I'm pretty sure damage stacked back when we were playing SSE, because you could, obviously block, then after damage is stacked, bounce your own creature. But as it is, I just don't think it's strong enough to take over a good 2-drop Medicine Runner. There's a Howl of the Night pack, which is good if you're mono green, although mono green isn't exactly the strongest. The Medic is better than I think people think. Yeah, it's 5 mana for something that doesn't do a whole lot, but it makes combat almost impossible for your opponent. I mean, the fact that you can prevent up to, 3-4 damage to one creature